Let's now turn attention to transportation. The managing director of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, Fidet Ohiria, says about 63,000 Nigerians have so far benefited from the free train ride sponsored by the federal government. We have more details in this report.
Nigerians took full advantage of the federal government's free train ride aimed at cushioning the economic effect of traveling during the Yuletide, with effect from the 21st of December to the 4th of January. Speaking at the end of year briefing to journalists in Lagos, the MDNLC says so far 63,000 Nigerians have benefited and urged other travelers to take advantage by booking online.
If you allow them to come to the station to get ticket, the volume will be too much beyond our control. But we also we have increased the time to enable you 48 hours to your time of travel, unlike before. It used to be 12 hours, we move it to 24. But because of this free trade, we have moved it to 48 hours, which means you can plan your journey 48 hours ahead.
He says the federal government has made arrangements with the Nigerian Railway Corporation on the financial implications and also supplied fuel for smooth operations during Yuletide.
They provided for the 15 days diesel without what we asked for, they gave 100%. And they provided for the cost we paid to the security that monitored the trains for the 15 days for cleaning. Even up to electricity, they provided for it.
However, bemoans the incessant vandalization of rail tracks across the country, stating that over 50,000 cliffs have been vandalized on the Lagos-Ibadan track as well as the Kaduna route.
The only issue we have now is vandalization of the track, which it is a big problem. It's a big problem that when we replace them, they come back and attack them. A case in point is Mushi here on the modernized track. Just before the Christmas, there was vandalization and 200 cliffs were replaced. 3 days after, the same spot, they have vandalized them.
The NRC in 2024 is planning to ensure that train ride from Lagos to Kano becomes operational, while other routes in the southeast are also included in the plan. Ayomide Ajay, TVC News, Lagos.
Well, let's now turn our attention to Sokoto State, where about 9 suspects have been arrested by operatives of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps in connection with the production of counterfeit pillows harmful to human health. While parading the suspects at the command headquarters in Sokoto, NSCDC commandant in the state, Bello Akali Arungungu, said the accused men, including underage boys, were apprehended by NSCDC officials at different locations in the metropolis. He said the contaminated materials used by the suspects are picked from waste bins, drainages, and other places in the metropolis to make pillows and sell same to unsuspecting members of the public. Now, according to him, materials used by the suspects include used sanitary parts, children pampers, rags, and clothing, as well as other waste materials from the garbage.
There are people who specialize in filling pillowcases with all that material, like used pampers, used panties, leathers in the gutters, and all kinds of impurities. They will collect this rubbish and fill it in new pillowcases. They will sell it and they will produce it in mass quantity. They will now sell it to the marketers who will now market the products in the market. So that is the reason why we call you people, so that you now let the other people know, the general populace.
I have gone around to the markets to find out the situation of the refuse garbage dumped inside the central market. That is the day that episode, they have found out that they have made an arrest for the people that are trying to use this unused garbage and put it inside pillowcases, selling to our communities.
Because you did not have the necessary support from the government at the time. What kind of support do you have this time?
All we requested for has been given. Money for diesel, money to pay the police escorts, and money for the cleaners for the 15 days, even up to electricity that we need to pay. All the items asked for was given without any reduction or cut. So as a result, that motivated us to ensure that we have diesel, make the train clean, and ensure that there is power to those stations that have to use the escalator or lift so that the passengers can still benefit from those facilities. We are happy with the government, and with this, I think the staff that are working during the holidays, are also going to benefit from this period because they need to be paid. Because while other people are enjoying the holidays, they are not. They are there to provide this service. So we appreciate the government and we thank Mr. President for the prompt. And it's not saying go and do data, we get it, but to ensure that we got the money up front. And the minister also, we appreciate him for the effort.
And you mentioned it did not start today, but how is that being handled? Because really, that can, if you are not aware that there has been vandalization, that could put a lot of lives at risk on that track. How is that being handled?
We are trying to ensure that our men are on track. And you see, when they go to a section of the track, vandalize it, then we now deploy security and liaise with the community. Next time they move to a particular another spot. But what is disturbing is that there is this particular spot between Mushi and Oshu that is giving us a lot of problems. And now and then they just go there and will replace. I think luckily my deputy chairman at the House of Rep is my friend and is covering around that area, Mushi. So I'm going to liaise with him. Maybe we'll be able to have a synergy to work with the community there so that they can help us apprehend the culprits. We arrested one of them 2 weeks ago, but it's feeling reluctant to provide information, but the police have charged them to court and we are ready to follow it up. So I think the other thing is to ensure that we embark on massive education at the community level, and also ensure we deploy. But when we occupy the track, I think they will not have the chance of vandalizing the track. But it requires some effort to do that.
And it's quite sad to see Nigerians vandalize something that is meant to benefit them. And I'm glad to hear that somebody has been arrested. But I want to also talk about some of the videos we saw, or clips we saw on social media. And for something that free, a lot of people want to take advantage of it. We saw how crowded the place was. We know that you're now using e-ticketing to handle that. But do you still have people showing up even without booking online, and how are you handling situations like that?
You have people showing up. We don't want to tempt them by allowing them because they have opportunity of getting the ticket. And the only issue we have is that when they see people who have got their ticket from home and just walk in leisurely and they get them checked, they start saying that the people have collected bribe. Not knowing that you have to have your ticket. Your ticket can be on your handset or you can print a hard copy. So we have educated them. We deliberately close our ticket office so that nobody will be tempted to issue ticket from the ticket office. We've asked our staff at the ticket station to observe this 15 days as part of their leave. And we are sticking to that so that even when the free train ride stops, people have adjusted to know they benefit more than planning their journey and getting their ticket instead of coming to queue at the station.
And I wish we
will not encourage people to get at the station.
They should get it on the app, and I hope that they do. I also wish that I could take advantage of this free train ride, but I don't have anywhere to go. So we wish everyone the best of luck. Thank you so much for talking to us. The Managing Director, Nigerian Railway Corporation, FIDE, Ohiria.
Thank you. Happy 2024.
All right, let's turn to Kaduna State now, where it is often perceived as divided along ethnic and religious lines. But it appears a new glimmer of hope is emerging. Now youths are harnessing the transformative power of the arts to bridge the gap between communities separated by religious differences. And TVC News' Lupe Asom tells us more.
Across various neighborhoods and communities, young individuals in Kaduna State gather to utilize their creative talent as a means of fostering unity and understanding. Some communities in the past have been separated by ethnic and religious differences. These youths are using mediums like poetry, painting, music, art exhibitions to convey messages about the necessity of bridging this gap, believing that art has the ability to transcend barriers.
So for us, I think bridging the gaps is very significant. When you come to Kaduna, the first thing you notice is, I mean, it's a commercial state, but at the same time, the thing that plagues us the most is our division. I mean, even the way the state is situated, there's a northern part, there's a southern part, and there's a bridge that actually divides this state. So in our exhibition, we put that significant bridge to just see how we can bring together these parts, and that's what we're doing with art.
The world is so divided in Kaduna, in Nigeria, and just in the globe at large. So I think it is always necessary to create art that's, conscious art that can remind people of these things.
They are not only showcasing their talents, but also organizing performances that encourage dialogue and interaction.
Yeah, it's true that in Nigeria as a whole, there has been which we've talked about, this history of problems, history of divide, history of conflict. But I think on days like today, the festive season, we can look forward and imagine a Nigeria that accommodates all of us.
Prominent Nigerian rapper Emma Abaga, the guest poet, wants the government to intervene and support the creative industry.
Our government needs to continue to do what I feel I've seen them do, which is to mainstream the creative sector, to provide the facility for it to continue to grow and to protect it. We need protection against the West. They're coming and they're buying for very cheap what is our birthright and our music and our culture.
We need programs such as this so that we can promote peaceful coexistence in Kaduna State. I think this is one of the very programs that I think that can contribute to such peaceful coexistence in Kaduna State.
Clips showcasing exhibitions, art installations and joint projects being displayed are appreciated by people from different backgrounds. These artists believe they are not just creating artworks, but also a pathway towards more harmonious and understanding society. Lupe Asom, TVC News, Kaduna.
And away from Kaduna to Katsina, where the state governor, Diko Umaru Rada, has flagged off the distribution of farm inputs and irrigation pumps to more than 2,000 dry season farmers in the state. And that's to boost food production and wealth creation. TVC News' Abdulatif Yusuf reports. And after this report, we'll return with business updates. Stay with us.
The large number of farmers indicate a gradual return of peace to farming communities that have suffered a lot from banditry and kidnapping over the years. Many farmlands have remained uncultivated for years due to relentless attack on farmers by bandits.
Council, we are bringing back the dry season farming to its former glory.
The farm inputs distributed include fertilizers, improved vegetable seeds and solar water pumps. Katsina State's dry season farming contributes a lot in the supply of tomatoes and other vegetables to the country's food market.
By next week, we'll unveil the second phase of distribution to farmers that are already in the field. They already have the water source and they have already planted their crops. The second distribution will follow. It is my pleasure to congratulate His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Katsina State, Malam Diko Marata, and the great people of Katsina State for this giant stride. And inshallah, by January, February, we'll start unveiling our program for this year 2024 farming season.
Katsina State government, in collaboration with the 34 local government councils, will also provide capacity building and agricultural extension services to the farmers to stimulate high yield. Abdulatif Yusuf, TVC News, Katsina.